Oh man, what a game against the Lakers. The Rockets defeated the Lakers tonight 139 to 130. This is probably the most excited I've been for a Rockets game, probably this whole season. It was just hype from start to finish, and today we're going to go over the box score, talking about the Rockets, and overall, just my thoughts on the game. So before we get into the video, I'd appreciate if you guys drop a like, subscribe to the channel. We got a Rockets video. They played pretty well today. Everyone, played fairly well. No Christian Wood tonight, so it was a little bit difficult in terms of the interior and having an interior presence, but Sengun actually played pretty well tonight, logging in 40 minutes. So let's get into the video talking about the starting five. So no Jae'sean Tate, no Christian Wood. So we lost our best defender, obviously Jae'sean Tate. Christian Wood, we're missing out on basically 20 and 10 right there. But KJ Martin and Alperen Sengun both played pretty well. So let's get into the start of the game. Jaylen Green, Jaylen Green, he's been absolutely special. 32 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists on 13 of 21 from the field, and 4 of 7 from 3. So he's been absolutely killing it in the last 10 games. This game especially, down in the fourth and in OT, he was absolutely clutch, hitting clutch bucket after clutch bucket, hitting a lot of deep threes, well, not deep threes, but hitting a lot of clutch threes, having a lot of drives into the paint, getting fouls, and in the last 10 games, 19 points per game, which is pretty ridiculous. And I think with this game, it sets him over Franz Wagner for second in points per game among the rookies. It's good to see Jaylen Green finally getting the spotlight he deserves. So next we got KPJ, 10 points, 10 assists, 8 rebounds, 2 steals, 4 of 13 from the field, 1 of 6 from 3. Pretty inefficient night from KPJ, but got it done, dishing out 10 assists and grabbing 8 rebounds alongside 2 steals in the block. Pretty great game from KPJ. Obviously offensively wasn't that great, but he was able to be that playmaker that we needed and, dished out 10 assists. So next we got Eric Gordon, 15 points, 2 rebounds on 5 of 9 from the field and 2 of 5 from 3. Pretty quiet game from Gordon too. He has been pretty inefficient in the last few games. Did log in 38 minutes. That's another thing I want to talk about, is that all the starters basically logged 30 plus minutes, which is pretty ridiculous comparing to the Lakers, who, Stanley Johnson played the least amount of minutes in the starting lineup for them, logging in 25. So it's good to see that this young roster, Sengun and KJ, they finally logged in more than 20 minutes tonight, and they got some pretty great stats overall. So getting back to Gordon, he had a clutch 3 down in OT to send the Lakers home, and I was so hyped after that happened because, man, down in OT, the Rockets just played pretty well. They played some great defense on LeBron. Without Anthony Davis, they didn't have a true center. They didn't play Dwight Howard tonight, so LeBron was mostly playing a bigger position. He grabbed, I want to see, 14 rebounds today. Yeah, grabbed 14 and 12 assists, had a triple-double, so, it's LeBron James. But they played pretty great defense on LeBron James down in the fourth and OT. So, next, Alperen Sengun, 21 points, 14 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals, 2 blocks, 9 of 20 from the field, 1 of 3 from 3. Holy, Sengun, he got it done everywhere tonight, had a lot of great assists today. Overall was absolutely amazing. He was attacking LeBron. He had a lot of good post-ups, great defense. He had basically played out of his mind. I think this was the best game he played in his young career. 21 points, 14 rebounds, great game overall. And finally, we got KJ Martin in the starting lineup with 17 points, 11 rebounds, 3 assists on 7 of 12 from the field, and 3 of 6 from 3. Tonight, KJ Martin, his form definitely looked a lot more smoother than it was previously. So I'm guessing he did work on his shot before the game and, in practice. And he went 3 of 6 from 3 today, which is a great sign. Overall, KJ, he's finally finding his rhythm. And in the last 10 games, he's averaging around 11 points per game. So it's definitely a better outing than his season stats, obviously averaging 9 points per game. So KJ, he's finally finding his rhythm. Now, if we can start him over Tate, then I would be all for it, as he's able to stretch the floor better than Tate. But defensively isn't great, but he's still a pretty great on-ball defender, just not on the level of Jae'Sean Tate. So looking at the bench, the one person I want to talk about today, Josh Christopher off the bench, 21 points, 6 rebounds, 1 assist on 8 of 13 from the field and 3 of 5 from 3. Absolutely electric from Josh Christopher. Great game overall. This is what happens when our young guys get some more minutes. They're just allowed to ball. Jaylen Green logged 38, KJ Sengun both 40, KPJ 36, Josh Christopher 22. This is what happens when we let the young guys run. Garrison Matthews had 19 minutes logged, David Nwaba 7 minutes, Dennis Schroeder 23. This is honestly what I wanted to watch the Rockets for, you know. They've been absolutely enjoyable in the last few games. Obviously, haven't been winning some games, but this is what happens when we get all the young guys playing. And, you know, people like Josh Christopher are going to be thriving. He played absolutely well. And I think moving forward, him and Jae'sean could be a good, you know, 1-2 punch off the bench. And overall, Josh Christopher, he's actually proven himself to be one of the more better players off the bench for the Rockets, and I think he deserves some more rotational minutes after this game. So looking at the Lakers side of things pretty quickly, LeBron obviously did LeBron things, 23 points, 14 rebounds, 12 assists on 9 of 26 from the field and 1 of 9 from 3. Pretty inefficient night from LeBron, but he did try to carry this godforsaken Lakers team, and him alongside Russell Westbrook and Malik Monk both carried the offense. Westbrook was definitely the best player for the Lakers tonight, having 30 points, 8 rebounds, 6 assists, 11 of 21 from the field, and 1-3 from 3. He played out of his mind today, had a lot of great drives and a lot of good mid-range shots where he's mostly impacted the Lakers. So we got Malik Monk, 20 points, 6 rebounds, had a lot of clutch threes for them, 4 of 8 from the 3. And finally, Austin Reeves, who I wanted to talk about, 17 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists. Had a lot of free throw shots, 6 of 6 from the free throw, and had 3 threes. He's been pretty interesting for this Lakers roster because he is, I want to say, the only young player on this roster. He is 23 years old. He is, I think he is the youngest player on this roster alongside, he is. So overall, I mean, the Lakers, kind of sucks that they didn't get it done today, but they did have Carmelo Anthony and DJ Augustin, who both scored in double figures tonight off the bench. So having no center tonight really affected them negatively because, LeBron, as good as he isn't someone that's going to be running the center, long term. So hopefully Anthony Davis comes back pretty soon. Hopefully the Lakers recover from this because they are, I don't even know how many games they're losing right now. If I look at the last few games, this is their second L in oh my God, they've been losing a lot of games recently. So, yeah, the Lakers aren't looking too great. But the Houston Rockets, good dub from the Rockets. So that's the video. I'm JDC, and I'm out. Peace.